In today's guide, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get all the way over to Turtle Rock, so without further ado, we're going to start at the waypoint from Dampé's little shack and head to the left and move these boulders out of the way, of course, to get to the tall heights as we've gone through once or twice before already. Making our way up the little ladder, we move these rocks out of the way, of course, and go into this cave. I feel like this is the one cave that I've entered at least 3 million times going through this game so far, so this should be kind of familiar for anybody who's already done any of the tower or the Eagle Tower stuff or anything that has any remote access to this tall heights section, so this is pretty straightforward. Emerging from the cave, we walk over to the right until we find the little ladder that we can go up to, where there's the little hen house guy and there's the little broken bridge on the left. Since at this point we've already beaten the Eagle Tower and we've already rescued the rooster and everything, if we go inside the hen house, the guy is actually like flying around with the little rooster, which I thought was a really funny little like detail. So other than that, we head over to the left here and we make our way to the bridge, where we actually find Marin once we use our little hook shot to get across. From here, Marin is pretty much going to call for help and tell you that some monsters ended up putting her up here on the bridge. So all you have to do is go up here to this little top spot that you can and then slingshot across, and then you'll actually grab her on the way over. So that saves her. And just as soon as Marin is actually going to confess her love to us, I'm pretty sure, Taryn shows up and ruins the moment. So then she tells you that she has to go, and she goes off with Taryn back to the village. After she leaves, the owl is actually going to swoop in and tell us a little bit of stuff about how we need to head to the west to get our next instrument, so we pretty much are just going to take his advice and keep heading on from here. If I'm not mistaken, I think the first time you come over here, that staircase is blocked by like a boulder or a shrub or something, so just get rid of that, and then we can head down in here and go all the way to the left and go down another staircase, which will bring us down further into this little cave, where we can hookshot across this little gap and make our way through to the exit. Exiting the cave, we're actually on a little like narrow pathway right here, and we just head over to the left and kill this little mini Moldorm and watch out for all these falling boulders. As you can see, I did not do a very good job of that, but once we make it to the top here, we can head over to the left, and there's actually a chest that has a purple rupee in it, which gives you 50 free rupees. Killing the other mini Moldorm, we can head across the little bridge here and hop off this little gap, and this is going to lead us into a smaller section right here. If you actually take this furthest left passageway and make it all the way to the end, the first time that you do this, I'm pretty sure there's a heart piece there, so you can grab that. Other than that, we go and head up straight into this next cave. So this is actually going to pretty much be the cutoff point, where if you haven't already done the Eagle's Tower, you're not going to be able to get past this, because you have to use your shield that you acquired there, which is the mirror shield, to push your way through the flames here. Once you do that though, we can head up this staircase to exit the cave, and it will bring us pretty much right up here to the top, right before the Turtle's Rock. If you lift up that rock right there, you'll get a free waypoint, and if you use your little shovel right here in between, you can get a seashell. I also went over that in my little guide on how to get all of the seashells, so there's that if you want to go see that. But anyways, we head over here to the left and we actually see the entrance to Turtle Rock Cave. At this point, you're going to want to equip your ocarina with the Frog Song of Souls and play it to wake up the turtle. This is actually going to open up the little entrance here, but first we have to beat the turtle himself. I thought this was a pretty cool little like mini boss that you have to do right before you enter the actual cave itself. But your whole goal here is basically going to be to let him move his head around a little bit, and then once he charges you, he'll run into the wall and get like, you know, kind of confused or like staggered for a minute, and then obviously just drop a bomb next to his head and then blow off some of the rocks. And then of course, once you've done all of the rocks and everything and it's just his actual head exposed, just keep trying to hit him with your sword as much as possible, and then eventually he'll, you know, explode. Once he explodes, he actually drops a fairy, and I would recommend, if you have an empty fairy bottle, to go ahead and bottle that, because this dungeon has quite a lot of stuff that you have to go through. So other than that, that's pretty much all I have for you in this guide. We're going to be going over how to do the actual dungeon itself in the next one, and yeah, I will see you guys then. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this helped in some way, and I'll see you later.